We can't be against darkness. We embody both. But we has to claim victory here and now within our own heart and maintain that balance. And maintain that balance. That's what sadhana is. The forces of light and darkness that meant to be kept in balance were tipped. The violation of Dharma, of which Bhagavad Gita sings verse upon verse upon verse, brought this as a reminder. There's a whole chapter on how that happens. Most of spiritual teachers today, of those you've mentioned last night, prefer to always go for Ashtavakra Gita, Ribu Gita. Always go there. But when Maharishi Mahesh Yogi asked of his preference between Brahma Sutras, which is another most authoritarian text on non-duality, and the Bhagavad Gita, he said, both are great non-dual scriptures, but I prefer the Bhagavad Gita because it offers more practical solutions to any being at any point in time. Because the Bhagavad Gita does not cease from exploring and addressing all the states of consciousness as it goes through verse by verse by verse, starting from the despondency of Arjuna, even if to show the quality of Arjuna's heart. Whereas Brahma Sutra is all absolutely abstract knowledge. It goes straight to the core of the matter. You can't live by Brahma Sutras, but you can live by Bhagavad Gita. So that was the sage's response. Of the two, I prefer the later. So this, for us to have some, I would say, indispensable POV before we can return to safety of that board, where by doing these drawings we don't offend anyone, we don't upset anything, we don't ruffle any feathers. At the time that we live right now, when everything is violated to such degree, the worst thing of the kind spiritually inclined folk can do is to bypass it all. And lest someone missed the crux of the matter, is that it's not about taking to arms. It's not call to arms. I'm not Che Guevara here. It's not about taking this literally. It is given as most immediate, handy metaphor upon metaphor to what otherwise still requires tremendous courage of the heart. To witness all this, to have one's own, preferably independent stand on what your heart is weighed with, what it is burdened with. Because the path of the heart is not a path of the life of the void. Far from it. The great Sufi here weeps for the affairs of the world. His heart bleeds all the time, weeps all the time, for the pain, injustice, wiping the tears off. It polishes the heart again and again so that the light of awareness can reflect ever so brightly. So in that being, nothing can patch consciousness. It cannot, because it is free of anything of that kind. It bounces the light freely off, reflects it off back into the world, so as to lead all the crevices and pockets, so as to add that more light. At the infinite level, at the level of what we speak of here, at the level of that, how everything is interconnected, that shall suffice. So it's not a call to enter these polemics of who is right, who is wrong, who has started it, but to see this through the eyes of non-dual understanding and compassion, and know where one stands. Not to forgo any minute shades of what feelings and emotions may rise, because that's also part of the job. Everyone is a work in progress. None of us are here to be varnished as a finished work of art. Everyone here is something in the making. And that what gives the possibility for bringing this balance back in order. So it's not being against darkness. We can't be against darkness. We embody both. But we has to claim victory here and now within our own heart and maintain that balance. And maintain that balance. That's what sadhana is. So it's nothing to do with you or me. It has nothing to, never has been about me being enlightened. No, no one is ever getting enlightened. No, that we can clearly agree with whatever one tradition of G and this G. We agree. Behind the scenes, we all agree. There's no disagreement there. To simplify it, in this moment in time, we can't afford bypassing.